Hello, and good morning, rocking stars.
Hi,
Good
good morning.
morning.
How
Good
are you?
morning. Yeah, we
Absolutely
are
fine,
fine.
absolutely fine. Yeah.
Good to see you. Today we are
Thank
going to
you.
start another very interesting session. Last week, you guys did a wonderful job. You learned how to convert your N codes into the E codes. And how do you feel about that? Just a quick reflection.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Energized?
You are in the process. You are doing that. You are converting, defining. I mean, finding new N codes and then converting them into E codes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And are you also collecting the evidence for
Yeah.
your E codes? And then it is. I mean, you feel that it is helping you in
Yeah,
everyday
yeah.
life.
Definitely, definitely. It's helping us.
Okay, that's great. That's great. What we are going to do today is called the outcomes, in which you will be working on finding your outcomes, and then there's a process that I will explain as we go along. First of all, let's see what is a goal. I'm sure you all have heard about the word goal, and also outcome is a familiar word, but there's a hairline difference between the two terminologies. So I'll first explain what is the difference between goal and an outcome. I'll read it from the manual. What are outcomes? You also have these manuals, and you can find it in your manuals. So you have now understood the baselines and integrated power coding, and realized that without these being clear and aligned, it means that the baselines and your codes, without being clear and aligned, trying to achieve anything will be difficult. Once you have clarity of baselines and integrated power coding, our outcomes become easy to achieve. Have you ever met someone who has fewer skills than you, less smart than you, yet they seem to have the Midas touch, where everything they touch just works? It is so annoying, but you know why? Their baselines and coding are in alignment, are in congruence with their dreams and actions. Dreams and actions here denotes the outcomes. An outcome is a focal point that will change your life. Unlike goals, outcomes shape your character because they are set with your mental state of mind. It is also important to note here that outcome is not something material that you want to achieve in your life, but it is also about your spiritual health, your character, that makes your life better. Having outcomes excite, outcomes motivate and inspire us to take action, push our limits, like they teach in this famous Japanese technique, ikigai, that you can always push a little more. No? So that is how the outcomes also help us push a little more in our life.
Yeah, yeah.
Your traditional goal setting does not work because outcomes are aligned with your baselines and coding, and that is why it works like magic. If you don't know where you want to be, how will you ever get there? Besides knowing your outcomes, it is also important to have measurable real outcomes and not just randomly set vague goals. How do you make an outcome real and measurable? That is what we're going to find out in this session. Is that clear?
Yeah. Clear.
Outcomes, defining outcomes will not be a boring exercise for you. It will be something that you will really enjoy. It will excite you. It will push you to take action. Yeah. So, yeah, and then let's see that what is the purpose of this activity. Excuse me. The purpose of this activity is to help you define your outcomes, set long-term, short-term, measurable goals that you want to achieve. You start from a larger scale, like from a bigger scale, and then we'll narrow down gradually. And when you're writing these outcomes, you don't need to spend much time or do a lot of thinking. Just start and start writing that what you want to do in your life. And you have to write 50 outcomes. The number sounds exuberant, very, very big, 50. But rest assured that once you start, it will not be very difficult. And in case your brain stops thinking, you can't write anymore, and it happens. You can get help from the Wheel of Life. You remember Wheel of Life, right? There are 8 areas of life, and then you look at it and see, for example, in career. Think that what do you want to achieve in your career? What do you want to achieve in your health? And as I said earlier, the outcomes are supposed to be measurable. So you will, then see what do you want to achieve in first 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, so on. And then write 7, at least 7, maybe 10. Doesn't matter. You can always write more outcomes for each of the areas in the Wheel of Life. And then take 50 out of that list. And then mark the timelines, because an outcome is supposed to be measurable, time bound. So then mark the timelines and make a list. Make a list. And then out of those 50, you take out 3 which resonate with you, which you think are the most important to work on in next 1 to 5 years. And yeah, so with this, if you have any questions on this process, please ask. Otherwise, I will request you to start writing your outcomes.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
No, this thing.
Okay. So please
doubt.
Go ahead and test your imagination and come up with a list of 50 outcomes, and then 3 which you think are the most important, most critical ones that you would like to work on as soon as possible. So we will then meet again. Bye until then. Yes, rocking stars. Are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, welcome back then. Welcome back. How was it? How did you feel while doing it?
Good. It showed, actually, we could pen it down. When it runs in the mind always, but only when you write it down, you are clear which one you are interested in all.
Okay.
Good, yeah.
Rana Khatun, how did you feel?
Yeah, it's nice. I felt so many things. I didn't even think about. It came into my mind as I kept the wheel of life in front of me. It was nice. It was amazing. Good.
You must have felt that it helps you stretch your imagination.
Yeah,
You know,
it was like,
normally,
yes.
and normally we don't think.
We don't think in all the areas of life. Like
Yeah.
it was
Yes.
very opening and
Okay.
very brainstorming.
Very good. Very good. So now you both have your 3 outcomes that you have selected or taken out of the list of 50.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. So we will move on.
Okay.
And I am going to send you a link from the hub. There's a tool in the hub, and you will put your 3 outcomes into that tool. And then there's a process that I'm going to explain. You follow that, and then the system will prioritize your outcomes for you. I mean, you have these 3 outcomes that you have prioritized yourself, and now through this process, the system will do it for you. Right?
Okay.
I will send you the link, and when you press the button, you will see a screen, and there will be 3 rows for your 3 outcomes. Okay, and then there are columns that I'm going to talk to you. Predicted ranking, number 1. That is the ranking that you will put. That is your own ranking that you will put your outcomes into the system. And then time upfront. You know, you will be giving for each of these columns, you will be giving a ranking from on a scale of 1 to 5, from 1 to 5, where for the first 3, 1 is the highest and 5 is the least.
Okay.
Whereas for the 3 last columns, 5 is the least and 1 is the highest. So it's a reverse order.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so time up front, you will see that how long time do you think it will take to achieve this outcome? The speed of implementation. That is your own judgment, and then you put the score from 1 to 5 according to that. Time ongoing. You know that what it will cost you. For example, the opportunity cost. You must be familiar with this term. That what it will cost you to achieve this. You know, for example, if you want to go to cinema and you bunk your class, you know, so in this case, in order to watch a movie, the opportunity cost is your class, your studies. You see, so that you will put on time ongoing, and then put a score accordingly. Then excitement level. Ask yourself that if I go for this outcome, if I want to achieve this outcome, how it excites me. You know, do I really want to do it or not? If there's somebody pushing me, or it excites me that I should achieve this, or I should work on this. And then difficulty. in achieving that outcome, that particular outcome. Difficulty. Difficulty here means how difficult it is. What kind of resources do you need to achieve this outcome? What kind of skill set do you require to achieve it? And then the enjoyment level. And remember, from difficulty, for the difficulty, the score, the scale will be reversed. So, and then enjoyment. How enjoyable it would be to work on it and then achieve this outcome.
Okay.
And in the last column, it's the time frame. Like, do you want to set the limit to achieve it? Its impact on your life in 90 days if you achieve it, or in 25 years. You have to mark or the score all these columns one by one.
Okay.
For all your 3 outcomes. Remember, you first write your outcome in column 1 according to the priority that you have given it yourself, and then give the scores for each of these columns, and then for the second, same, for the third, same. And then once you press the button, the system will give you a list that the system thinks should be your priority. It could be exactly the same as yours own, or it could be different than yours.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Jaraj,
Yeah, very much.
you are thinking deep about something. Huh?
No. Okay.
Okay. So I'll share the link, and then we meet as soon as you are done.
Okay.
Yes. Rock stars, welcome back.
Thank you.
How was it?
Yeah, we have done it. First day.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Another stretch on your imagination.
Yes.
So, who would volunteer and tell me their own their own priority list?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
My first outcome, 1 year outcome on priority is to complete IOCT. Okay. And second one is to complete my part-time doctoral program. I am already halfway through it, and a PhD. Then my third priority is to become a published author.
Okay.
I want to publish a book. I want to write a book and publish it within 1
Very
year.
good.
So,
Very good.
So these are my priorities. Yeah.
Okay, Rehana Khatun. Now you remember that we are in session with a published author, a world bestseller.
That I'm not sure.
Super. No, be sure.
Yeah.
Yes, Rehana Khatun. Would you like to
Yeah,
share?
my outcomes are that I want to make new friends, and I want to be more consistent in all works. And the third one is I want to improve my listening skills without judging and ask powerful questions.
Okay, but what happened when you put them in the system?
Yeah, it was all like the first one was I want to improve my listening skills without judging and listen and learn to ask powerful questions for the first one. And the second one was I want to be more consistent in all works. And then the third one was I want to make more new friends.
Okay, that's great. Sounds great. Super. Okay, so which priority would you prefer? Your own or the system's?
I would prefer the system. What system has been has prioritized me?
Okay, so this is what you will be working on, or start working on, in this week. Okay, so and you will take the first one. I mean, you take first the outcome, the first, and then
Yes, the first one is I want to improve my listening skills
Mhm.
without judging
Mhm.
and learn to ask powerful questions. This is my first outcome,
Okay, okay,
which I would like to implement on myself.
okay. Well, in order to get maximum benefit from these outcomes and their results, do share them with your fellows, and
Okay.
also in the masterminds, um, and continue working on it. You know, once you have achieved or got a breakthrough, um, note it down, collect evidence, you know, and then continue working on the others.
Definitely.
I mean, it's an ongoing process. As the life
Okay.
is an ongoing process, um, the defining of the outcomes and then working on them and achieving, and maybe setting new targets, new outcomes is also an ongoing process. So yeah, with this this exercise comes to an end. And if you have any questions, please ask.
It was a great session. We had many things to learn here, and knew more things that what we want and what are our outcomes, what we want to achieve. Was good. Thank you for the session.
Yeah, because
Thank you.
I think this defining of the I mean, having an outcome list organizes your life. You know, it sets your direction. You know where you want to be and where you are going. You know, so
Yes,
you can always
definitely.
whip yourself and then bring back to the right track and then move on. So I think from that angle, it is very important. So good luck, and we
Thank
meet
you.
next week
Thank
then.
you.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay. 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 Bye
Bye
bye.